Yeah, you're vibing, vibing, vibing. One more time, I'm saying it again. Vibing with Reeves. You're vibing with Reeves, baby. That's what it is. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna stay. Yeah. How you doing out there? How you doing? How you feel? What's your life like? Hopefully fine and well. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on lately. Yeah. Yeah. Hearing a lot of tragedies, hear about a lot of tragedies going on. Plane crashes, unfortunately. Um, Mass deportations, just layoffs, mass layoffs, just a lot going on. Violence, outbreaks, shooting, stabbings. I mean, yeah, it's bad. Wake up first thing in the morning, you can really feel depressed. You look at the phone, like, oh my gosh, what happened? Oh, what happened again? Hear the news. Oh, what happened now? I definitely stay prayed up and keep my head on the swivel. And my heart goes out to anybody that's been affected by these things. Definitely pray for you. Um, just had to get that off my chest. Like, and for the people that say racism is a thing of the past, racism is done. Nah, nah, no, no. It's winning this round. you know, to sit back and try to act like racism doesn't exist, but yet still engage in racist practices is wild. That's like telling someone violence doesn't exist and then punching them in the back of the head. And then they turn around. They say, you punch me in the back of the head. No, you are the violent one because you accusing me of punching you in the back of the head. I wouldn't do that. So that makes you the violent person because you said I punch you in the back of the head. So you're making excuses and you're the violent one because you're talking about me punching you. Like trying to play the mind game, you trying to gaslight, like no, no, no. Me actually harming you. No, no, no. Just because you say I harmed you, that makes you the person who's doing the harm. So I need an apology. Like, no, motherfucker. That's not how that works. But they trying to make it work that way. They're trying to make it work that way. Dead serious. It's crazy. A lot of DEI, closing a lot of DEI. I've been closed down on companies. Thank you, Trump. Not. Um, but we never defeated white supremacy or racism or none of that. So they fighting, they want this to be their fantasy land, their fantasy vision of us is on our knees and their foots. I said foots, I'm sorry, their foots on our neck, their feet on our neck. I read you saying, thank you, master, thank you. You made it how it was supposed to be. Shut up, nigga. That's how they want to roll. So, that's what's going on now. They're trying to bring that up. That's why they try to make um the positive seem negative and the negative seem positive. If you notice, they've been doing that for years. They didn't just start. That's why Trump is not like he just won because out of nowhere he just started saying some stuff that resonated with people who felt a certain way. He's been pandering to them for years. And there's been people doing a little pushing here in these different states to do things like get rid of certain books from libraries, getting certain books pushed out of schools, challenging a curriculum when they speak on racial discrimination. and said, "Oh no, we don't want our kids to hear about that because that's gonna make them feel sad, feel like they did something wrong." So they want to act like it never existed or reframe the historic events to make it seem like what was bad was good. Like, oh no, slavery, they didn't keep them subjugated and treat them as if they were three-fifths of a human being and subhuman. No, man, it was like an internship slash summer camp thingy. Yeah, they loved it all. They loved it. They sang Negro spirituals. They clapped. They sang their hands while they picked cotton. Uh, they didn't get whooped. That's who said that? Factually incorrect. Like they try to switch that, so then the people like, yeah, and then fight, and then fight with people trying to push the historical importance of black accomplishments in American society, so that way they'll just be like, oh no, what did black people do? And they'll think the black people didn't do anything but sing "We Shall Overcome" with Malcolm, and and then rap about niggas on the trigger and bad bitches twerking and play play basketball really really well. And Kevin Hart, and that's it. And like we didn't have advancements in science and medicine. You didn't play a role in business, in the business infrastructure of this country. Nothing. We had nothing. We weren't inventors. We weren't entrepreneurs. We didn't play a role in the government, even though the government tried to keep us out. There's still politicians that made their way in. You weren't postmasters, nothing, nothing, nothing. You just pimps, hoes, gangsters, and then later on rappers and NBA and NFL stars. That's it. That's it. Oh yeah, now you get to do TikTok challenges. Yeah. No, no, no. You brought more to the situation. But if you don't let that be known, then that helps feed white supremacy and all the racism that goes on. But then they can say, oh, what have they done? And they can sit there and lie knowing that they've done stuff, but know that a lot of people don't know any better. They're stupid as fun. They're stupid. So they don't know. Like, oh, yeah, what did black people do? There's black people that don't even know. They'll be like, yeah, what did we do? Pass me the matter act, damn it. Like, no, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? How don't you know? But if you weren't never taught, I said if you weren't never taught, double negatives, who cares? But if you were not taught these things, you won't just know. Someone has to tell you, whether it's a teacher, whether it's an uncle or aunt, a parent, grandparent, your favorite rapper puts it in the song, like RS1 had you Boogie Down Productions that you must learn. Talk about the different accomplishments that black people had, different contributions that black people made in this country and worldwide. And saying that we need to learn about other cultures. We can't just learn about the European culture and say that's it, because then you become ignorant and you believe no one else has a say in what's going on. No one else matters. So that's definitely something that we need to deal with, you know? Yeah. Knowing about other people helps to maintain your respect for other people. And your respect for other people keeps you from doing things to hurt other people, to harm other people. It says, okay, they're important, just like I'm important. They matter, so do I. Saying that they matter doesn't mean I don't matter, you know? You just realize we all matter. But if you was raised up to believe that you was the only one who mattered, someone else saying, hey, I matter as well. Someone else saying, hey, I also matter. My life also matters will infuriate you because who are you? I've been told my life that I'm the only one who matters. So who are you to matter now? You know? It's like I'm the default setting of this shit. Who are you to try to be on par with the default setting? You the extra. So that's what it really is. They won't say it, but that's what it is. That's what it is, unfortunately. Yeah. I guess this is, has a different feel than some of the other Vibin With Reeves episodes. I've done some on this subject before. You know, I have. You know, just have to give you the vibe I'm feeling. It's called Vibin With Reeves, right? Vibin With Reeves. And this is the vibe. This is what's going on. This is what it is. Yeah. You know what's funny? But not funny? People always say this. Black people don't unify. We never ever got our things together. Y'all never got y'all things together like other communities. We've definitely had. But a lot of times we were sabotaging. There was times we were sabotaging not by us, by them. Look up Rosewood. That's not the only case. That's just the most well-known case of a community that was affluent, doing well. Because you got man, this is before segregation was ended. So if you was black, you had to stay with the blacks. People don't realize what that meant is that black lawyers, black doctors, black nurses had to live in the same neighborhood as black grocers. That's right. You work at the grocery store, you live in the same neighborhood as the doctors and lawyers. Black entrepreneurs, same thing. You work at the bar, the restaurant, same thing. You're a teacher, principal, whatever. Same thing. You lived in the same neighborhood because they wasn't letting you live with them. And you had stores and everything, so you're keeping the money in the community. So people say, you know what, I don't want to go to this white thing, and they gonna say you got to go through the back entrance, boy. Hey, little girl, you got to go through the back entrance. The back is for the blacks. Don't look me in the eye, I'll hang you. They don't, you don't have to deal with that. If you just go in the black neighborhood and there's a bunch of black people, so that means the money is circulating because they didn't want money from us. They didn't want money from us. So we spend it in our own establishments. Boom. So eventually you're building up. And not like the black experience is only about gangs. That's the only thing black deal with is like gangs. So no, there's stuff going on. So you was having different communities that's building up. And then, like with Rosewood, they be an issue. They have an issue with one black person. They say this one black person did something to a white woman. So we're just gonna burn down the whole neighborhood. So they burn down the neighborhood on some vigilante stuff. Instead of just say, "Oh, we caught the person. We're gonna burn down every other house, every business, apartment building." eh, Instead of just saying, "Oh, we caught the person we have an issue with," and then half the time that person didn't do it. They just wanted a reason to be able to, to tear down a neighborhood that was doing well, and it was a bunch of black people, and it would be white people just going in there, just destroying it, and that's something that you can look up yourself. Like Rosewood, that's not the only one. That's the first one that comes to mind, but it's been experienced. That's been happening in neighborhoods in the South, Midwest, the West Coast, East Coast. It happened. So you see, that puts it in your mind like if you do it too well, they're gonna take it away. Cause they didn't like it. They're like, what? Who, who told these niggas they can get this and get that and get that? So they would just go and do it. The police wouldn't try to stop it. They would just let it happen. Ku Klux Klan go through, regular white people just go through and get it and just destroy it. And they didn't care. They was with it. And judges went and sit back and prosecute anything. They was with it. So they was cool with it. Keep the status quo. Because, if you talk about white supremacy, then you're showing black people, not only surviving, but thriving. That's a threat to the look that white is right and white is better and white is beautiful and black is horrible and white is savage. If they see people conducting themselves with honor and dignity uh, in situations that would break the average person and they still, like I said, surviving and thriving and doing better than some of them, that's gonna make them look bad. That's gonna make them feel bad, especially if you're poor and you're white. You're like that. We got some black people doing better than me. Oh no, we gotta get this shit. That's when the hating comes in and jealousy, and the law is on your side. Cause there was judges and police officers and other politicians that was in the Ku Klux Klan too. They could just throw on the hoodie and be straight. No one sees. Hide identity while you're doing crazy dirt, committing atrocities, getting away with it. Won't be charged for nothing. So, that's what it is. So just felt like letting people know that racism isn't dead. And that DEI doesn't mean that we just hire every black person. Like you don't have to be qualified. That's racist too when they think that you hiring a black person means that the person instantly is qualified. No, that's not true. You can be qualified and be black. A lot of people are. You might be overqualified and be black. You know, you can go to school, get straight A's, be valedictorian, and be black. That's not just something that's only allowed for white people to be. People try to pretend like, oh yeah, that's what it is. No, it's not just for any certain ethnicity. You can be Asian, valedictorian. You can be Hispanic, Latino, valedictorian. You can be Indian, valedictorian. Native American, valedictorian, whatever it is, you can be very smart. And intelligence doesn't depend on your ethnicity or your race. It depends on your smart. And if you're smart enough, how intelligent you are, that's what your intelligence depends on. It's not like, oh, you're this race, so you probably can't even say your own name. No, that's not it. We want to pretend like that's it. Oh, they will do, but that's not it. So you can be very smart and black. Same way you can be very smart and white. Same way you can be very smart and Asian. So forth and so on and so forth. You feel me? To sit back and assume that someone is unqualified because of their skin color and that's DEI. Oh no, that's stupid. Because they're gonna make sure they hire the most qualified black person they can if they have to. Then with the racists coming, they're gonna get the best. They're not gonna sit back and hire some old illiterate crackhead type of motherfucker and be there like doped out. I sure do be hope y'all have a good time in this establishment. Like they're not gonna hire that person, right? They're gonna hire someone that's way better. Because if you hate someone, you're like, damn, you gotta hire them. You're gonna hire the best. You're not gonna hire someone that could barely form a sentence. You're not gonna hire someone that's doped out and say, yeah, this is it. I'm gonna hire the worst that those people have to offer. And I hate those people. So I'm gonna just make sure I hire the worst and put no, you're gonna hire the best. Still can't stand it, but you're gonna hire the best. You're like, okay, if I have to hire one of those people, I'm hiring one of those people. who graduated at the top of their class. I'm not gonna hire one of those people who can't even spell class. Okay, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. You're not going to do it. It's not like, oh no, oh these Puerto Ricans and Mexicans and Dominicans and blacks right here. So now white people could never have jobs. We'll never have jobs. What is we gonna do? No, no, no. That's not true. That's not true. But they play on that irrational fear. When I say they, I mean the politicians, of course, and also the hate groups. They play on the leaders of the hate groups. They play on that fear. You know. Yeah. So I say, stay on point, stay awake, aware of what's going on, and I guess you got make plans, and there's a lot going on. So shout out to my people that's staying woke, and woke is not a bad word. It just means stay aware. It's a hijack term for sure, but and in its original meaning, in this context of things, it just means stay aware what's going on. Don't be a sleepwalker. And you stay up, stay blessed, stay safe, and stay on point. Uh yeah. Happy Black History Month. And Vibin with Reeves, y'all. You know, can you can hit me on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, whatever, man. Fridays. Stay up, y'all. Be safe. Chill.